Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, April 15th. Is that tax day here in the States? As you can see, I'm on my setup here because I want to use the microphone because my voice is actually changing and you'll probably hear it through this microphone. So I just wanted to kind of give an update on my cancer check-in I had yesterday, Dana-Farber. So everything looks great. It was probably metric wise, it was probably the best cancer check-in I've had so far. All my numbers look awesome. Everything was like, there's a range of highs and lows, and everything was like right smack dab in the middle. The only negative things I think were actually getting better, and that's my uh, glucose was way high in the past, and now that's way almost right in the range. And then my cholesterol as well, that was high. And this, I'm told that this treatment can make your cholesterol spike, but it seems to be almost right at the right where it wants to be, right at 200. So everything's going great in that sense. As you can tell, my voice is changing a lot. It's been weird because it goes in and out as I'm talking with people. So I don't have longevity of a voice right now. So the longer I talk, the worse it gets. But at least you can hear me better. It has some tone to it now, and a little bit of grit to it. So anyway, so yeah, yesterday's Dana-Farber visit was really good. I didn't meet with my normal doctor, so I don't have a comparison, but we did look at all the scans we compared the scans from yesterday or from Friday to the scans from when we first started treatment, which was back in November. Or I don't remember the dates, but and it's like night and day. I mean, you can see when I started, my lungs were full, at least my left lung mostly was full, and you can see that in the scan. And now it's almost completely clear, which is amazing. I do have a few other issues that we're looking into to see if there are side effects. Like I have like a little bit of like a carpal tunnel thing going on my hands. But I think I've been doing a lot of moving here. I've been isolating myself in the house for the last month, so I haven't really been around anybody other than maybe my kids and then my family, and then going into the office occasionally. So I've been isolating and I've been focusing on a better diet and stuff like that. So I'm eating better, and I think all that stuff's helping make me feel stronger and actually helps my metrics quite a bit. So things are going great with that. Um, I just want to say again, so thank you everyone for all your support and checking in. And in the last, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I've been here and we have a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of here at the house to kind of clean up. They're doing some repairs to the house, so I have to get rid of a bunch of stuff that unfortunately had all, had mold issues and water and damage and stuff like that. So we had to throw it out. So I have some amazing friends that all came over and helped for a couple weekends. And thank you so much to everyone. I still got a lot of stuff to do, but at least all that heavy stuff is done. Um, and thanks for the donations and the comments and all that stuff. And I'll talk about some finances and some other particular medical stuff after for other people who may be going through this as well. But I just wanted to say to my family and friends and everybody else, thank you so much. This has been uh, um, a crazy journey. So with that, I forgot to start off with this is it is now the official 6 months since I was diagnosed with this. So back in, I think October, I don't remember the date. I'm probably right around here. Um, they died. I had a bronchostomy or whatever you call it, and they diagnosed me with stage 4 lung cancer at that moment. And we didn't know, we knew cancer, but we didn't know anything. And again, this is an aggressive form of a rare aggressive form of cancer. I never smoked, but this particular cancer attacks non-smokers for some reason. So right now is the 6 month mark. So, and during that visit, during that procedure that they did, the doctor looked at me straight and said, "Look, if you don't do treatment, you're not going to be here in 6 months." So today is, or right now, is a very important time for me, as you can imagine. 6 months and I'm feeling great. That's amazing. I still am very fatigued. I get very tired very quickly, and lifting stuff is very difficult and stuff like that. So I got to kind of still pace myself and just do things as I can do them. But anyway, 6 months ago, I was told if I didn't get treatment, I wouldn't be here. So it's crazy. So that's it. So I just again want to say thank you. If, for those that want to stick around, I'll talk about some finance stuff and some other medical stuff. But for everyone else who's friends, family, just checking in, I just again just want to say thank you so much for all your support. I'm just going to isolate here. I'm not clear on what my summer plans are because it's still a ways away. There are some opportunities to maybe go back and do some photography for music concerts and stuff like that. Possibly, I might do that. I don't know. But again, thank you so much. My next treatment's not till mid-May, so I'll do another check-in at that point, and we'll just kind of go on from there. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. So for the others that are going through what I am going through, I just want to show you some stuff. This is literally, I just got this in the mail uh, yesterday for or the other day. I don't know if you can see that. That is a medical bill for $6,400 that I just got in the mail. And then last week I just got another medical bill. This one is 1,192. I don't know if you can see that. I just got that in the mail last week, and then I got this last week as well. I don't know if you can see that. That's another 3,400. That's just half of my bill. So, for those of you who are going through this, this is an expensive process. As you can see, that's just three bills right there, and that's only half. So, this is a very expensive process. And I had some additional emergency stuff that's added to mine, which someone going through what I'm going through may or may not have. With that, that I had to have the fluids drained around my heart. And there's a few other things I've heard other people have gone through as well. So, my advice for someone going through what I'm going through is don't stress out about the money and the bills. I know it's going to be a lot. I've only, like I said, I spent 6 months and already I have probably 15 grand in medical bills in 6 months. So, and the reality of this is we don't know if I'm going to get better or not. I am on a trial that has no real data. I am part of this beta test, if you will. So we don't have straight data that says you're going to get better and in 5 years you'll be good and normal and all that stuff. We don't know any of that. I have seen a wide range of results from people with this trial or with other trials where it works great for 6 months and then they start getting really sick again. Or it works great for, a period of time and then they have some sort of reaction to it. So there's a lot of factors that could also be coming down the road that we just don't know yet. So that also is scary when it comes to finances and stuff like that. So my advice to anyone going through this is do your best not to stress about the bills. Focus on getting yourself to a place where you feel better, like I am now. And now I can start making calls and start working with some of these, like, different billing divisions and say, hey, here's my situation. What can we do? I will say for most of these, any of these big bills, I always go to the insurance first and say, am I being billed correctly? Because a lot of these I have found are incorrect, either for some sort of mistake or something got coded incorrectly or whatever. So first things first is definitely talk to your insurance to make sure you're being billed correctly or you're making the proper whatever the correct payment is supposed to be amount. Secondly, is down the road, like I said, in a year or 2 years from now, you don't know if you're going to be physically capable of still working, or maybe you're at an age where you are not working. So this is retirement money that you're pulling from, or something like that. So For that, I would suggest, I was totally reluctant on this, but I would suggest like some sort of GoFundMe or something like that. Work with your family and see if there's something, or have a family member sort of establish that and put you as the beneficiary on it or something like that. I was totally against that when it started because I don't want anything from anybody, but I mean, we've raised $22,000 or something like that, and that's almost already all gone just in medical bills alone. And who's to say if I'm going to be able to work in 6 months? We don't know. Right now, I feel great. I feel like I'm going to be awesome in 6 months, but we don't know if my body's going to react the same in 6 months because there has been cases where it goes, everything works great, and there's been cases where it doesn't work so great. So we don't know. So I would keep in mind GoFundMe as an option. Um, Talk to your billing when you call any of these hospitals or any of these billing, work with them. I've called a few and said, is there any discounts I can apply? Is there any way I can do a payment plan or something like that? And just figure out what works best for now. And then I can adjust the payment plan later on. But I think the main thing for you, if you're going through this, if you have cancer and you're getting overwhelmed by bills, is just turn off your mindset of the bills for a little bit until you feel like you can at least deal with your cancer, and get yourself better. Um, and then you can kind of figure out payment plans and stuff like that. This is 6 months worth of bills. I know after three or four notices, they start sending you final notices, and then you got to kind of figure stuff out. Sometimes on the first notice, they have a discount. So if you see that, it may be worth taking advantage of. Medical stuff for me, I have been dealing with a cough that's been since the beginning, but that cough really went away, as you can hear. And now being, let's see, I started treatment in November and we are in April. Uh, I really don't have much cough, but I do have a lot of phlegm that comes up, and that's always been the case. But that phlegm is deep and that causes coughing and stuff like that, especially with certain, like if you breathe a certain way or you just, you're out of breath for walking up and down stairs or something like that, can trigger a lot of coughing, stuff like that. So that's why I have a cough still. I have a lot of phlegm still. I do have, like I said, somewhere sort of arthritis, maybe carpal tunnel. But like I said, I've also been doing a lot of lifting and moving stuff, probably what I shouldn't be doing, but I have to get stuff done. So that may have caused a little bit of soreness or something like that. I literally, I mean, I found myself using my kitchen counter as my laptop and leaning my arms up against the corner of the laptop. I think might have been contributing to that as well. So that's my current. What else do I have? I still have nausea a little bit. I have some sort of food allergy or something like that that still plays a big part in how I'm feeling. I had that before I had this cancer, but now, um, when I talked to the doctor, they said there could be a little bit of a relationship to the medication also triggering some of that. So I'm gonna talk with my PCP also, and see if there's anything else that they want to test me for, like make sure my vitamins aren't deficient or anything like that. Um, and then the other thing for me is dental. So when you're getting cancer treatment, there are medical procedures you need to have approved first. So for me, I have a wisdom tooth that's sideways on this side of my mouth here. I don't know which way the camera angle is there, but it's on this side of my mouth, and it's eating into the bone of my jaw. And if it goes too long, my jaw could be actually very fragile. So I could actually break my jaw by accident or something like that. So I have to look into that, but that's something that has to be cleared between the dental surgeon and the Dana-Farber. My doctor's over there. So, but that's it for me. I really, really feel good. Like I said, my biggest issue is fatigue and coughing and phlegm. I get tired real fast. Doing stuff wears me out quick. I have a lot of energy and I'm constantly trying to do things. I'm a very active person, but I get worn out really fast, especially in the afternoon. Anyway, so I've been rambling a while, so I don't have any funny stories. Actually, I do, but I'm not going to share it here because it's not really appropriate, but it was a funny story. Um, Anyways, I will leave it at that. My next check-in will be in May. Again, thank you so much for all the support, for people coming over and hanging out with me and helping. I'm slowly getting back out there. I'm still isolating a lot, but now that it's nicer, I'm going to go outside and kind of do things. So if people want to hang out, maybe it's an opportunity, or if anyone wants to come over here and help me hang stuff and move stuff, sure, come on over. All right. Thank you very much. Hopefully, in my next video and next month, my voice will be way better. Who knows? All right. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to say thank you. Have a great month, spring. Hopefully, we get some warm weather now and can move forward. And once again, if you want to learn my previous, go to my website, acoustifiedmedia.com/cancer. And that has all the previous videos if you want to learn about my cancer and my journey so far. All right. Peace out.